Hey guys, welcome to my March? No, I'm in March now, my February update. I actually thought that February, for some reason, had 31 days. And by the time I realized I was in March, I was in March. So, one of the cool things I actually got this month, thinking it was February. And it was going to be one of the, not super reveal, to anyone wondering, how can I hint it? It is a PS3 title which I should have gotten, I think it was a month or two back. Some people might know what it is, some people will have to wait until my March update. So, to say something really fast, anime this month, there's only one thing. It is mostly manga and old school games, and the old school game part is going to come in the second half of this video because I shot it separately at a different time. So we're going to start off we'll start with the only anime thing I got, and it's pathetic too. It was super cheap. I saw it thinking it was actually something else, and that is Otobaku, The Maidens Are Falling For Me complete collection. Released by Anime Works. Didn't release it, but I think, or maybe I did. No, I don't. There was a video I made a while back called Anime Works is a Good Company. I don't think I actually released it, but I'll explain. Well, this is basically leading up to what it was, and it was this release that they did. And I always make fun saying, oh, they do the cheapest dubs or the cheapest DVD releases, and they throw a whole 26 episodes, this is 13 by the way, 26 episode show, for like $9. It's unbelievable, but the shows are crap half the time. I haven't looked at this, okay? Like, actually watched it. The discs are scratched up. The releasing of this was horrible. But what makes it even worse, and you might not believe me when I show you this, look at the goddamn disc art. For some reason my camera thinks disc 2 is a face. Good job. Yeah. This is the official release, by the way. This isn't a bootleg. This is the official release. And this is what it looks like. Yeah. So there's that. So next thing, I got the, I guess you could say complete series. I could be wrong. But the complete series of the original Trigon manga. These aren't omnibus. Now these are really roughed up, but these aren't the omnibus versions or anything. I think they just made them really thick. I think there's 350 pages each, and I've only read the first one so far. I'm gonna go to the second one. From what I remember of Trigon, this is nothing like the show. I think this is, it's weird. It's almost a prequel, but it has the same kind of beginning, just completely different, if that makes any sense. I believe it's a prequel, because they're explaining where Vash came from and stuff, and I know there's another series called Trigon Maximum, maybe? Trigon something, I don't know. And I think it's another telling. Now, I'm not sure what's the deal with these, like if these came before or after the show, or like what. They're just strange, and from what I understand, it's complete 2 volumes, 350 pages, so that's what, like 1, 2 altogether. I don't know, it's 3 manga maybe altogether, but they condensed it to 2, which is fine by me. I got these for a penny each plus like $6 shipping, so that's why they're rough. Like, they're pretty rough up the edges and stuff, but I just wanted to have them to read them. If you actually go find them retail, they're almost 20 bucks each, so I got a good deal on the Trigon manga, I believe, in my opinion. Alright, next we'll go to Oremo Volume 2. I haven't read it yet. I've read the first one, and I liked the first one so much that I had to get the second one on release day, or post-release day anyways. And I got this really cheap. I got it for $8, which I know it's super skinny, but for $8 for this, it goes to $12 Canadian, and it was going almost $13 on Amazon. So I got this on, actually most of these books, if I say they're used, no, but if they're new, which most of these are except for the next one I show you, I got them all on Book Depository, which is a UK British company. That's probably not the way how you say UK British, oh well. But they're a company who does free shipping worldwide on all their books. The great thing is, sometimes you get things for $5 cheaper than Amazon. But then sometimes they have these weird times where all their stuff is almost doubled in price, which is happening sadly right now. But at the beginning of February they're not. All I know is their price goes up and down. So I really recommend them when you can get a good deal, because free shipping, you can buy a $5 book and they'll ship it free, you know? So it's really good. This I haven't read, as I said. It's the only other one out. I think the next one actually might come out Tuesday. I don't remember. I know there's a lot of stuff coming out March 5th. I don't remember what's all coming out, but like manga and anime wise, a lot of stuff. Alright, the next thing I actually got on Book Depository, and this you got for $8, which this is when it was released. I got it for $8, the day of release. I don't know how I managed it, but and that is Bleach volumes 10, 11, 12. I think in my last video I said how I hate Bleach, but I like the manga, and I don't understand it myself. There's things in the manga that are different from the show, like entire events that I think are different. I could be wrong, because I don't like the show and I barely watched it, but they're finally leading up to where I saw the show, and that was season 3, I guess. That was actually in volume 9? Whatever, the last few volumes I read was when they were kind of in the show where I was watching. And what's her name? Rika, sure. She's in jail right now because she did a illegal thing by giving half her powers to the guy, and then she was running away and blah 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 blah. And now they're going to kill her, an execution, and she has a month. Well, in that month, everyone was studying and getting more powerful so they can go and rescue her. And in these books, which I haven't read yet, is hopefully, I want to say they'll be the conclusion, but I think it's going to be a cliffhanger at the end, right when like something's going to happen, like they're going to cut her head off or something. But I hope it gets deeper into that story, and hopefully we'll get her out. Spoilers much? I don't know. Sorry if that was a spoiler, but we'll see what happens in this, and I'm not super excited, but you know, I'm ready. My body is ready. The next things, I think I actually showed you guys volume 1 last month, and it might have been actually one of the last things I showed, one of them anyways. And I think I might have showed you Black God volume 1. If I did, there's my volume 1. If I didn't, volume 1. And I got volumes 2 and 3. I've only read the first few chapters of volume 2. I haven't had time. Like, I've had time, but it's been weird. There's a bit of a, not a money issue. I'll actually explain that when I'm done this first half of the video, because, as I said, the second half was shot later, so I'll explain what happened. Quite funny, actually. But, yeah, volumes 2 and 3 of Black God, to explain a little bit about it. It's written by a Korean mangaka, I guess what you call them, and it's basically, girl, there's something to do with, there's like 3 different versions of you, and if the versions meet, one of them dies until there's only one left. I don't know, there's something weird, and the Shinagamis and stuff, I don't know. She fights boxing style, and of course she's much more powerful than normal, and there was a guy who was in the way, and she cut her arm off to give it to his arm because she accidentally cut his arm off, or something like that, and now they have to be near each other for her to fight. I don't know. It has a bit of a shonen-y feel, but I know it's not a shonen at all. I don't think. I don't know. I got these quite cheap. They were like $7 after shipping, or $7, I don't know, something like that. But the next volumes get up in price because, what you may or may not know, Yen Press likes to make things a little bit more expensive than they should be. These were used, but this one you can tell a little bit. It's a little bit more orangey, yellowy. I think you can tell in the camera, maybe not. But actually I can't even tell by looking at them now, to be honest with you. They're actually pretty good condition, I'm not gonna lie. And the price I got them for was decent, you know, $7 each. The last of, I think, the manga. Now, I honestly feel like I'm leaving a lot of stuff out. But if I am, it'll be in the next month's thing. But, this has been shot really fast because, as I said, totally forgot that I was in the wrong month. But, the last manga I got, which is complete-ish, if that makes any sense, and that is the Zombie Powder manga, which is volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. If the art style looks familiar to you, there's a damn good reason. You probably see it right here. The creator of Zombie Powder is the same creator of Bleach, which might make some Bleach fanboys go, "Oh my god, he has other shirts!" Don't worry about it, because Zombie Powder, if you're a fan of, what's his name, Type Kubo, go for it. If you're not a fan, then don't go in it thinking, it's the guy who made Bleach. Just go in there going, oh, you're reading another series. Four volumes, complete, but not complete. And to explain what I meant by that was, he did this somewhere around 2000, no, sorry, not 2000, 1999, and maybe early 2000, and then in early 2000, 2001 was when Bleach started coming out. So he decided to drop Zombie Powder. The reason that it's such a piss off is that Zombie Powder is what if Bleach smacked into Trigon. It's got both the feeling of, like, you can definitely feel the art style and everything from Bleach, but like there's a, for some reason it feels Trigon-y. Like, you have the main character who's a badass, but in reality he's an idiot, and that kind of thing. It starts off kind of like a Disney beginning where a character dies and the little kid character wants to bring her back, and the only way to bring her back is to get the zombie powder. I might have said powder or power the other second ago. It's powder, which you have to get all these rings, and when you get all the rings you can make a dead person come back to life or a live person become invincible or something like that. And it's good, but until you get to volume 4, the last chapter of volume 4, my god, they throw at us psychics, they throw at us a guy, one of the main characters has an illness, they throw at us that they're going to get one of the first rings, like one of them, because they have one or two, but like one of the big first rings. They're going to throw just all these different storylines, and then it ends. And there was never any more, and there was some rumor, and it's probably some idiot 14-year-old kid is like, well, when he's done doing Bleach, he's gonna continue Zombie Powder. No, I don't think he will. It's been, as I said, originally probably published in Japan, 1999. 13, 14 years later? No. No fucking way. The only way that he might pull a Akira Toriyama, and he might remake the series. But, no. I don't think that will, so only go into this if you know it's not going to end. But it's really good until it doesn't end. But if you're interested in the creator of Bleach, here's a little bonus for you. About the last quarter of each one of these, except for the first one, has, what do you call them, one-offs, but like pilots kind of, because they don't finish either. Some of them, they're like mini pilots, mini 1 chapter, maybe 2 chapter manga pilots that were never finished or whatever, that he, well, someone anyways, put into these. And there's been people complaining. I know there's a guy up on YouTube named Manga Matt, but his real account isn't called that. And he was bitching about this. From what I saw, he was bitching, saying how it only is supposed to be 3 volumes, but Viz or whoever when they brought it down here and they wanted to throw all the extra things in and make it a 4-volume release, which personally I don't mind. The only thing that seems out of place is that one, that cover. So I could see if that cover wasn't actually supposed to be one of the covers, because all the other ones seem normal. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But that's zombie powder, really good. Just remember it doesn't end. That's all. And the last thing that I think is here, for some reason I know I'm missing something, you know? I'm just looking around, I don't think there's anything else. Remember last update I said there was one big thing that cost me a little bit of money, but I really wanted to show, but it wasn't in yet, and then it came in literally like the first day of February. And if anyone you know me, you know that I'm into Nintendo games, and there is a creator of Nintendo games still named Sivak. He is, from what I understand, a one-man guy who codes and makes these games. The first one went retarded. I really mean it. Like, you could barely ever get it when it first came out. They finally have a stable release, but it's, I don't know. You always want to get these kind of games when they're first released because there's always those little bugs where you could exploit the game, and it's rarer, I guess, to have the original release. But I got actually the very first, well, actually, sorry, maybe the second shipment. It's the first release, but it was, because what they did was they first sold it and it was out in like less than an hour or something like that, and they did it again and it was like less than an hour again, and I got it in on the second time they did it. It was like the very next day it was released, and I somehow got in and I bought it when I was at work. I pulled out my card and everything, and I was like buying instantly. But they didn't ship it to me until like a month later. So I bought it, was it in January? No, maybe it's December. Whenever I bought this was a long time ago, and they finally shipped it and I finally got it. And that is Battle Kid 2 Fortress, what is it called? Mountain of Torment. I almost called it the first game. The cover art in here is so much better than the original. It's so good. Ooh, focus. The first game I didn't beat, I'm not gonna lie. This game, I'm at the very first boss, and I've only sat down and played it once because I said I've been kind of busy but not busy. Now this is actually a teal green. The original is more of a green. Ha! And I hope the guy makes more. I really do. This is the Retro Zone release. There's only Retro Zone release. If you get this, and it's like in a gray cart, you may have been ripped off, because it's only supposed to be like this. Let's just open this up here. So here's the cart. If you look closely, you can see it's a red board, and you see a seal in there. Got it, the official seal of quality. Let's see if that zooms in. Focus, that's me. Oh, well, I just punched the camera. I'm sorry. But it says, yeah, official seal of quality. Red board, kind of cool. Very small board, and the reason why is because there's it's password saves. It's not battery saves, so the board doesn't have to be huge. The cart does feel, I guess, a little cheaper, but not anything too noticeable. I don't know. I could really pick on this. Like, for example, the sticker could be a little bit wider. It doesn't go to the very edge. At the bottom, you can see a little bit of glue resin. But that's me, like, being an asshole. Oh, I never noticed that before, but it actually says version 1.0.0.0 in the corner, which probably means there's going to be a different release of this in the future. There's probably going to be some bugs someone will find. And there's my little password sheet. And RetroZone custom cases, which are always cool. I think I only have 2 things from RetroZone. They're expensive. They're like 30 to 40 bucks each. But the games that I want will only come out every few years, if maybe every year, I don't know. So 40 bucks a year on a NES game, whatever. I'm not gonna be that pissy. And here's the full color manual, which you don't even get nowadays. But there's that. There's all the enemies. It shows some of the bosses, which I don't think it. I don't know. I don't think it should show bosses. It should show the outline. Like the first one's fine because it shows it like in the trailer or whatever. But I don't know. Kind of ruins the mystery, I guess. I actually did in the first one. They might have not shown some of them, but yeah, there's that. And that is the end of this part of the video. I should cut, hopefully, it's gonna cut here, and you're gonna see my part 2, where is mostly my old school game lot. I was really into old school gaming the other month, and that's all I wanted to play. So that's what I got, and we're gonna cut hopefully right here. So you guys, this is my NES pickups. This is actually gonna be filmed separately, so if there's a weird camera angle switch or something, you know why, because this wasn't filmed the same time. You're probably seeing the rest of the update. So first off, we're gonna show you the games I actually already own. But yeah, we'll just get them through first. Funny enough, it came with 3 Super Mario Duck Hunts. I already have, I think, 2 or 3 already, so it's either my 5th or 6th copy of this. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. I just noticed something. Was it on this one? That's weird. Okay, so I'm actually confused. Alright, so here is that. Looks normal, right? Now down here it says Nintendo Entertainment. Here's this one. And that whole bottom part's gone, so I'm curious on what that's about. Maybe it's gotta be just a different version, because that's the same as the other one, so that's weird. But yeah, that's the Mario games. And here's Dragon Warrior. This is one of the best games on the NES, in my opinion. It's one of the big RPGs that I've beaten on the NES. There's 4 of them in the series, but like number 1, it's where you can get it for like $5. When it was first released, they were giving it away through Nintendo Power, so it was one of the easiest games to get. One of the best on the Nintendo, but one of the easiest to get. But 2, 3, and 4 didn't do so well, and they're actually anywhere from like 30 to 40 to 50 bucks a piece. So this you can get pretty much anywhere. It's easy, but it can take a lot of your time. So yeah. So this is North and South, I believe? Yeah, North and South. I already have it. Well, of course, all these I already have. This game is a army strategy game on the NES, and those are very iffy. There's not that many. Actually, there's more than there should be, but there's not that many. This is one. There's, I'm trying to see them from here. Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Nobunaga's Revenge, and something of Khan, I believe. The other 3 are from a series, or a trilogy, or quadrilogy. I don't know if there's 4 or 3, to be honest. But I actually have all those in box. But this is another one. This game, I think it was for about 20 to 40. But that could be totally wrong. That's the last time I checked, and that was a long time ago. Next one is King of the Beach. This is a volleyball game. Truthfully, I don't think I've played it. This actually is really dusty, my god. Yeah, volleyball game, sports game. I don't think it's bad, to be honest. I don't remember if it's good, though. Supported up to 4 players, so that tells you anything. I actually wasn't aware that Nintendo had a multi-tab, so yeah. The next one, which is really dusty, this one actually goes for almost 40 bucks also, and that is Super Contra, which is decent. Whoa, I just threw it. Nothing super special. If you played Contra, you like Contra, or Super C. I think there's 3 Contras on the NES, technically, like legally. I know there's a few bootlegs. I know there's a famous bootleg called Contra 7 that's on the Nintendo that I have seen before. I think it's just a hacked version of Contra. The next one is Pro Wrestling. One thing with NES collectors, you probably would want to try to pick up as many as the black label, I don't know what you call them, classic label ones, which they look like this, same as Mario, looks like this. Super Mario Brothers, Mario, Donkey Kong, Kid Icarus, Excite Bike, they'll all look like this. And these ones you probably want to collect. First, if you want to start a collection, try to get as many of these as you can. Try to get them all, really. Golf is also another one. Oh yeah, back to this again. This is just a wrestling game. Nothing special. I don't think it has any licensed fighters. It's just a wrestling game, which has one of the funniest, I think. I can't remember what it is, but it's one of their like winning screens that is really badly translated, but I actually don't remember what it is. So just search up pro wrestling winning screen or something, and you'll probably find it. Alright, so the next one is Friday the 13th. This is actually, I think, only famous because of the Angry Video Game Nerd. This is one of the first reviews he did. One of them. It's bad. It's awful. But I already own it. So, you know, I don't recommend it at all. But if you see it cheap, pick it up because it's cheap, you know. Blaster Master. This is one of the most, well, not one of the most famous. It's one of the more popular Nintendo games. I believe it had a sequel also. So, yeah, if I remember, I'm actually trying to remember what this game is. I think this is the game where you can run around out of your ship and be in a ship, and it's like a little car side-scrolling. I really don't remember. I'm gonna have to probably play that again. So that's Blaster Master. The next one, this is actually like, I think my third copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is once again famous because of Angry Video Game Nerd. It's bad, but back when you were a kid and you played it, it was awesome. Of course you couldn't beat it. No kid beat this game. If you were a kid and you beat Ninja Turtles, probably your parents bought you this, and this is all you got for a year, and that's why you beat it. It is hard, and plus, what's with all the Ninja Turtles wearing the same color on the cover? Is that correct? Huh. I've never noticed that before. But yeah, that's Ninja Turtles on the NES. I think this is the last game that I own already from the pile, and that is Super Mario Bros. 3 in box, which is awesome because I don't have too many like actual boxes. I think this is my 4th actual box NES game. The other 4 I own are all rental case boxes, so they cut the box up and they put it in a rental case. So this is complete. It's in it's in okay condition. There's a hole there by the E, and it was torn there, but otherwise it's not that bad. We'll just open her up. Just bang the camera. We'll just open her up, and there's a little, you can look in there. Oh, you can't see. Oh, see that white thing at the bottom? That's a piece of styrofoam. So, because the box is bigger than the game, so they put a piece of styrofoam so it doesn't jiggle around. And this is the Nintendo case. This is the game. I think it's maybe just my 2nd copy. I think I might have had a 3rd one. I know I gave my one friend a copy of a Mario game, but I don't remember what it was. That's weird. I don't ever remember seeing that little thing at the bottom. Hopefully this focuses in. NES Canada. I don't remember that, but yeah, that's the cartridge, and it actually came with the manual, which is always good. Cool thing about NES manuals, they always had really good art in them. There's all the Koopa Kids. Shows you the game. It's really cool to see all the original art. Like, they really... Remember back when there's colored manuals? Like, seriously. Nowadays, you can buy a game, your manual is 3 pages and it's black and white. You know, it's ridiculous. This is when they're even telling you how to... like, physically, every control. Like, step by step. I think actually in one of these, they even tell you how to do the infant live trick in one of the books. Yeah, it tells you how to play the whole game. That's really cool. And it also came with a entertainment poster. Let's see if I can actually open this. Actually, I already have this poster actually somewhere. It came with one of my other games. Come on. And Nintendo! Now you're playing with power. I actually didn't know that was their slogan before Nintendo Power. Or maybe, no, Nintendo Power was maybe out by now. I don't know. When was Nintendo Power? Did they make Nintendo Power right when the Nintendo was down here? I don't know. But it's funny, all the games on here, everything from Zelda to Rad Racer to Super Mario, I actually own all of them except for 3 games. And the 3 games on here are Donkey Kong Classic, Pinbot. Where's the other one? There's another one on here that I'm like, I don't know. Oh, Super Team Games. All the other ones are like Star Tropics and all that stuff. Games that if you have a Nintendo, you actually play. You probably played them, or at least you hopefully own them if you're have Nintendo games. Let's put this back. Okay, now to the games that I don't own. But the reason I'm showing this one first is because I don't see it on my shelf, but it makes sense that I already own it. I just don't see it, and that is 2 copies of Ice Hockey. I believe I own it. I have to own it. It's goddamn Ice Hockey, but I don't see it on the shelf. So that's the only reason I'm putting it up here first. So this is in the maybe pile of me owning. I don't know. I have over 200, so sometimes I don't see them when I look at them, but whatever it is, I have 2 of them now. So yeah, Ice Hockey. I think it's a top-viewed hockey game. One of the first, actually probably the first one on the Nintendo. And there might have been a black label version of this game. I think there might have been. Because it's one of the, it even has like the sports series. So there might have been a black label of this. I don't remember. But yeah, that's Ice Hockey. Okay, now to the games that I didn't own until this moment, and that is with what I just did before, Wayne Gretzky's Hockey, which I haven't played it. I don't think it'll be too much different than Ice Hockey. It can't be, right? It's hockey. Hockey's hockey. But there's a chance I do a different perspective or different. Actually, this would probably have licensed teams, and the other one might not. That's the only difference I can think of. But yeah, Wayne Gretzky's Hockey. Yeah. Next one is one I've been wanting for a long, to the point of where I almost bought it online multiple times for like 20 bucks. And that is Ghosts and Goblins, one of the most hardest games on the NES ever. Basically, if you know the game, you beat the game and then you realize that it's been all an illusion and that you need to beat the game again to get the real ending. And it's in the style, kind of Wizards and Warriors, where it has the huge map and you go to section and different themes. And this, I think you can get hit once and then you lose your armor and then you get hit again, you die. And it's one of those like super hard games. It's one of the hardest on the Nintendo. Next one, which it makes sense I would have owned it, but I don't think I did. And that is Excite Bike, which is a side-scrolling, not racing game. I never really understood Excite Bike. I guess you just get to the end without crashing. Yeah, because there's a lot of hills and jumps and stuff. I don't know. But it's a part of their, what does it say here? Programmable Series? Programmable Series, that makes no sense, does it? Can you program your own... I know you can't see it. Oh gosh. No, that's not a face. The Nintendo symbol is not a face. Oh, well, I give up. Programmable, I guess. I don't know. Haven't been too much into that game to know what it means by that. This game I know not a single thing about. It looks like Robot Baseball, and that is Cyber Stadium Series Base Wars, which means is there more in the series of Cyber Stadium? I don't know, maybe that was just the title, but it makes it sound like there was more games in this series. But yeah, I think I've seen this before. But yeah, let's see if it'll focus in there. It is quite literally baseball robots. You can't go wrong with baseball robots, I don't think. The next one is funny because it had a movie based on the story of the NES game, and not that many people know that, which is kind of funny. And that is the Three Stooges game. This game, the new movie that came out 2011, I believe, its story is based on this. Them trying to save the orphanage and getting money to save the orphanage. That's what you're doing in this game, which is really, really weird. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but yeah, and I guess it's just like a whole bunch of like mini-ish games, like, you know, if you ever played Double Dare and there's those weird moments where you're in the middle of the mini games, you gotta like throw bananas at things and dodge and run. I don't know, it's mini game to the end game. I know that makes no sense. What's in their hands? Is that a gun? I don't understand. What's in their hands? One looks like a microphone. The other one looks like a gun or a wine bottle. And it thinks the microphone is a face. My god, camera. The microphone isn't a face. Yep, just zoom up on that microphone. Okay. Yeah. So the next one is kind of famous for being bad, I think. And that is the Godzilla on NES. Godzilla! Monster of monsters! I don't know. I think, once again, Angry Video Game Nerd showed it off. And I guess there's side-scrolling levels. And then you get to a boss where you fight him. Yeah. I think they just tried profiting off of kids back then who knew of Godzilla. And it looks like Toho actually, made the game, which is the company who made the movies, so like, I don't see how they could mess it up with like their own thing. I don't know. It's not that good of a game, but truthfully I haven't played it. I have it now. The label's peeling off, which is no good. I'm gonna see if I have to glue that up. But yeah, that's Godzilla. Now we're getting near the end here. This game, some kid put goddamn tape on the cover. I might be able to... No, this is not looking good. This game I've heard is really good. I actually don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna lie. And that is Smash TV with green, gooey... Let's see if we can zoom up on the gooness there. Is it gonna... Yeah. Goo. Green... What is that? Duct tape? From what I understand, it's like, mini-ish game survive. For some reason, I thought it was like the old game Robotron. But I've never played it. I've never even seen it. So, I heard it's good. I have it. The label's pretty messed up. It's weird. When they made the label, it doesn't actually fit the entire label area. Zoom. Oh well. Yeah, I heard it's good. It should be good. I'm gonna play it. As I said, I got all this stuff today. If I haven't actually said that yet, all of this came in today. And the last game is actually, well, last NES game is actually in the new NES I got. Now I'm not gonna actually be able to bring that NES down. This is my like 10th, 11th NES. They're not special to get a NES, really. Actually, if I can possibly rotate the camera. There it is, right there. There's the NES. The whole top has been taken off, and it has actually the last game I want to show. And that is coming from God itself. That is Kid Icarus. I played a bit of it. It's cool. I've been wanting to play this for a long time. Sorry for... Okay, I'm gonna fix the camera. I've been really been wanting to get this game. Same as Ghosts and Goblins. So, oh, another thing. This is another part of the action series. Remember when I said the labels are usually black? This one I think has a black label, but it's silver. I know another one that's kind of looking like this is the original Metroid, which I don't own. God damn Metroid on NES. So yeah, part of their adventure series. From what I understand, you're a little dude with a bow. I played the what is it called? 3DS game, which was okay. Side scroll, you shoot up, down, or up and over, or whatever. and you just gotta keep climbing a tower, it seems, and if you fall off the screen, you die. I guess there's codes. I guess you can start off at doors or something. I'm actually not sure. I only put about 10 minutes into it just to see if it worked. And it didn't at first. Most games won't. And the way to actually fix it, I'll tell you. All you gotta do... Oh, I just dropped what I was gonna show you. Just get a Q-tip, put Windex, and you just shove her in the chip and you just go up and down. And you gotta put a bit of force, not a lot of force, but enough to actually clean it. And you'll get this black gunk. And yeah, it's much better than, I guess, blowing into the cart. Blowing into the cart supposedly ruins the cart, but yeah, even, well, fuck, supposedly rubbing alcohol was supposed to ruin the cart, except when you put rubbing alcohol on the thing, it fixes it. I think the reason they said that is because they didn't want people using rubbing alcohol, because then they wouldn't be buying their special cleaning product. Yeah, so let's get across. And the reason, I'm not sure if I actually said this, the reason why that is open is because I actually modified it. I have an old video, oh, I just punched the camera, a really old video where I took apart an NES and I show how to do the mod chip thing, and basically, I'll bring this back down, the mod chip fix, it's not a mod chip, I call it a mod chip because you're modifying the chip. It's as simple as taking a pin out of a chip, and what it does is it allows you, one, to play region-free, kind of. Basically, you can, I think, play PAL games, but they won't run fast enough, and if you get the converter, you can play Japanese games. And when the chip is taken out, it also prevents the blinking screen, you know, when it blinks on and off, it prevents it. And the blinking screen, what it does is if there's like a piece of dust on it, it'll automatically read it as you're trying to connect to an out-of-region game, and it does the blinking thing, trying to find the contacts. And when you take the chip out, it actually allows it to bypass that, and will try to boot the game better than it would normally. So it's a really easy mod. I have a video on it. Warning if you watch the video, because you need to watch the video. My god, it was a long time ago. That's all I'm gonna say. When you see it, you'll know. And I'm being called, so I gotta go. Okay, but actually before I stop this segment of showing the NES games, I got two important things I actually wanted to show you. Sorry for this video being long, they're always long. But this is my third goddamn copy of this game. A game which is actually my third least played Zelda game out of the entire Zelda franchise. And it's my third copy of the damn thing. And that is The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I don't know. I don't like I don't like the Wind Waker style, but that's not really an excuse. Because Wind Waker, I can see the potential why that game's great. By the way, they're remaking it on the Wii U, and I'm buying that day one. Simple as that. But this game, how it's overhead, but it's a touchpad, I don't know. And that even goes for the number one least played one. And what I mean by that is I only maybe played less than 5 minutes of what is it called? Spirit Tracks. Skyward Sword being third least played because, well, that might be a separate video. If you want to hear my rant about that and why I don't believe it is a Zelda game, kind of, I can see it why it is, but at the same time, what they've done to it, I don't know. I'm gonna shut up because I'll keep on going. Yeah, that game. And the one last big thing I want to show. This was the last thing that came in this lot. Something I've been wanting for goddamn years, to the point where I almost spent 50 to up to 200 bucks for the damn thing. And that is my new TurboGrafx 16. Now you might go, what the hell is a Sonic? Or no, you go, what the hell is TurboGrafx? TurboGrafx was a system that was made, what would you call it, second generation? I don't know what you want to call it, but 16-bit generation, which would have been the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. I almost said N64. I wonder why. And it was made the same I gotta stop doing that. Same generation. And I've never played one until now. I finally have one. 16-bit. It also had a disc add-on. Actually, I'll show you. If you can actually pop the back off somehow. There we go. And you just shove that in. I guess there's a disc system and the audio, the video. Oh God, not video. The power jack is there. And it's weird because you put this over the power jack and then it comes out the side there. I guess so all the cables come out. I don't know. It's really weird how this system was made. But the weirdest thing is its games. I only have one game because it came with it, and that is, let's see, Final Lap Twin. They come on cards, like pretty, like thin cards, and like they call them hue cards, and I don't know. It's strange looking, to be honest with you. Like that's it. That's a game. That is a game. Holy shit! Think about it. Sega Genesis, bigger. Super Nintendo, even bigger. This is what TurboGrafx had. Just these little chips you can put in your goddamn pocket. You can put like 20 of these in your pocket. How didn't this catch on? Honestly, how didn't this catch on? The only thing I think was, one, the lack of the American support, Canadian support. They just didn't bring that many games down. And then they added a disc system which cost like $600 or something crazy. So I see price range this didn't work. Kind of works like an old Game Boy. When you flip the switch over, it locks it in place. But yeah, it's another 16-bit console. I've been searching up RPGs. I think the most famous game for this is stuff like Bonk's Revenge and like the Ease books 1 and 2. The controllers. There's a controller port. My controller was actually put to the side, but imagine a Nintendo controller, the original NES controller, painted black, with turbo buttons at the top. Turbo switches at the top. That is exactly what it looks like. And this game is okay. It's just a racing game, nothing special. I wish it was something good. Games are hard to come by, so we'll see what's going to happen there. But that is actually the whole game thing for today. Anyways, as I said, this is actually should be attached. If this isn't attached to another video, then this is the end of the video. This might be the end of the video either way, I don't know. But if it is or isn't, thanks for watching. Subscribe, up, down, left, right, wherever it is now. And yeah. Now I gotta go put this on my shelf. Alright guys, there's nothing I'm showing here. I'm just saying, remember how I said there was a funny story of a money issue? It's not really a money issue. We're gonna explain it. I actually bought a brand new PC. Actually, let's move this camera up a bit, and we'll just shake this mess. You might be able to tell just from looking at this that this isn't Windows, and you'd be totally correct. And you might also tell that this probably ain't a new PC, because why would you put Linux on a new PC? There's my Madoka background. But it's not a new PC over here. The PC I bought was a Cyber Power PC or something like that. It was a gaming PC, 8 gigs of RAM, awesome graphics card, was awesome. Ordered it, it was 560 something bucks. It comes in, I hook it up, my friends come down, friends I haven't seen in a while, come down, I turn on the computer, it goes and then doesn't work. We tried all different ways of doing it, doesn't turn on. The power supply, something is shot in the damn thing. And I'm like, well, if I open it, I break the warranty, so I better send it back. And that took a while. We finally sent it back. But we haven't got an email or anything saying you've been refunded. So, you know, kind of out over $500 this month. And we're waiting for it to come back. So that is story short. I didn't take actually any pictures of it, but if you search up Cyber Power PC, you'll see it. It looks amazing. But don't buy them. They don't work. And I've actually read after getting it, of course, it's always after you get it, there being issues of them not turning on and stuff like that. So be careful what you buy on the internet, guys. And that is, hopefully, will be the end of this video. It's probably going to be an hour, or maybe even 2, I don't know. If you actually stayed around, you know, say hi. Yeah. And subscribe, because you'll get these at least once a month, hopefully. Yeah. And if there's anything you want me to actually show even more, like, or talk about even more, I can totally do it. Just write in the comments what you'd like to hear about. And as I said, there's going to be one game I'm probably going to talk about an awful lot, because I've already put in over 8 hours into it, and I got it yesterday. So yeah. We'll see ya.